Welcome to episode 1 of Strange Things Found in Ancient Prayer Book. Let's dive straight in. So, you might be wondering, who are Hubble, Penzias, Wilson, Matter and Smoot? Geniuses, all of them. But who are they, you might ask? Well, those Harry Potter fans out there shouting, they were all at Hogwarts. You're wrong, I'm afraid, not even close. They were, in fact, some of the best scientific minds of the last 100 years. Actually, not just the last 100 years, but ever. What kind of scientists? Physicists, to be precise. You may have heard of the Hubble telescope. If that rings a bell, it's not because Hubble invented the telescope, but because it was named in honor of Professor Edwin Hubble. So, to have the greatest telescope named after you, you have to have done something, right? Right? He did. Hubble played a crucial role in observing the universe. He revolutionized the field of astrophysics and created a classification system for galaxies that has been used for decades. But his greatest achievement was through research that helped prove that the universe is expanding. This was back in 1929. If you haven't clocked on, that's a major achievement. But what about the other dudes? Well, the next two were Professor Penzias and an American physicist, radio astronomer, Nobel laureate in physics, and Professor Wilson, who together accidentally discovered perhaps the greatest scientific observation of all time, and that is that the universe started with a Big Bang. Back in 1964, that just wasn't known, and without Edwin Hubble's earlier work, they could not have discovered it. But unlike Hubble, Penzias and Wilson were actually awarded a Nobel Prize for physics. Hubble didn't even get that, because at the time they were not giving awards for astrophysics. The one problem, though, was that it was a theory, and Penzias and Wilson couldn't fully prove it back in 1964. Enter Professors Matter and Smoot in 2006. Yup, you guessed it, two more physicists who this time proved that the universe started with a Big Bang. They took the work of the earlier scientists, together refined, tested the earlier theories. It's complicated stuff and I'm not going to pretend to fully understand it, but that's why they won the £720,000 Nobel Prize and I didn't. The Big Bang Theory was complete, and no, I'm not talking about that TV show either. So, where does Muhammad, peace be upon him, come into all of this? I mean, he lived about 1300 years before any of these guys. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, delivered a message from the angel Gabriel over 23 years, and that message was written down and compiled in a book called the Quran. I know what you're thinking, that I'm going to say Muhammad guessed all of these things all beforehand, right? Wrong. Spoiler alert, Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't beat any of them, and it's not for the reasons that you might think. You see, Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't write the Quran. He couldn't actually even read or write. The Quran was written by the creator of the heavens and the earth. And as I said, it was revealed to Muhammad, peace be upon him, over 23 years. What's more, the Quran has never changed, not once in 1,400 years since it was revealed. Big claim, right? Written by the Creator? Yeah, right, you might say. Well, listen to this. This is the Quran, chapter 21, verse 30. Do not the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation, before we clothed them asunder? We made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? Note how the Creator says the unbelievers will see. And remember Edwin Hubble and the greatest portion of his life's work? Well, here it is, summarized in the Quran, chapter 51, verse 47. And it is we who have constructed the heaven with might, and verily it is we who are steadily expanding it. 5 of the best modern scientists came together over the last 100 years to show that the universe started with a Big Bang and the universe is expanding. But all they had to do was pick up the Quran, because the Creator told us those exact things in the Quran, not 100 years ago, but 1,400 years ago. Surely you will agree that that is pretty amazing. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We're releasing an episode each day for the next 30 days, so make sure you subscribe. Also, hit the bell on YouTube and we'll inform you when it comes out. Finally, please share this video. It's the best way for you to help us out. We'll go out to as many people as possible, which is really what we want. Thanks, and we'll be back tomorrow with a new episode.